Hello everyone, my name is Fafunsho Elias, and according to the title of this video, I'll be talking to you all on how to pay off your debt. Now before I jump to the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on your notification bell so as to help in making the YouTube algorithm to also recommend this video to other people and gain value just as you are doing now. As of mid-2025, the total household US debt has reached a record high of $18.39 trillion. $18.39 trillion. And among Gen Z, the highest burden of their debt has been credit card debt and student loan debt. Right? Now, for Gen Zs or for individuals in general that just finishes college, for them to sit down and create a financial plan for their children's education or even put aside money for their savings is not even possible in this day and age that we are now because of the mounting and increasing debt burden that they have on them. And that is why I'm making this video, in order to educate you on the steps to take to reduce this debt and on the long run make yourself free from this debt burden. But mind you, I'm not a financial advisor or expert. I'm just making this video based on my own personal opinion, and it's all for free. So now I'll be sharing with you four steps that you can take in order to reduce your debt burden and finally become free of your debt. Now, number one is debt consolidation. This is a financial strategy that combines multiple debts into one single manageable loan, typically at a lower interest rate or with more affordable payments. So basically, what this is for people that has multiple loans, that have credit card loans, that have student loans, that have car loans, multiple loans spread around and spread about. And of course, each loans or these multiple loans will have their own interest rates on each of them. So when you have for individuals or for people that have multiple loans spread around and they don't know how to go about it, what they can do, which is debt consolidation, is that they can take out a single large loan to pay off these multiple loans or multiple debts that they have, and then they know that they are now focusing on that single debt that they have not taken. Now, to be very clear, debt consolidation, you take out a big loan in order to pay off the multiple loans that you have, and therefore you now have one debt that you are facing head on and you know you are trying to work on to clear out. And I will not advise to take this approach if you know you are not disciplined. You don't take out this big loan and then decide to go and put it into other things. No, when you take out these big loans, you know that you are definitely putting it into paying out these multiple loans, and then you know that you now have one single debt that you are facing and you are facing head on. So you put all your energy into that one debt, right? So this may not be like the best solution, but it is one of the methods or one of the ways by which you can take. It may not be the best solution. Now, for people that has already increasing debt, that they missed out on payment on their credit card, and when they do that, two things happen. Number one is that you are hit with a late fee of maybe about around $30 or $40. It happens anytime you miss your payment. You are hit with a late fee, and also it also hurts your credit score. So for those that have a very bad credit score, they might not be able to take out extra loan. But if you're able to take out extra loan and you are ready and disciplined to be able to tackle your debt, so what you do is that you take out a big loan and then you pay off the multiple debts. When you pay them off, then you now focus on that one loan or that one debt that you have. Then you face it head on and then you pay it off. So that's debt. That's number one method, which is debt consolidation. It may not work for all and may not be the best solution for everybody, but it's definitely something to consider. Number two is the debt snowball method. And in this method, the first thing you do is that you list out all your debts. Is either you do that on an Excel spreadsheet or you get a piece of paper and a pen and you write out all your debt. You write them all out. So what you now do is that you arrange these debts in order of their interest rates. That is, each debt, you arrange them from the debt with the lowest interest rates to the debt with the highest interest rates. And then you now start to attack those debts from the smallest to the largest. But mind you, you make sure you are making the minimum monthly payments on each of the debts. You don't want to miss any payments, right? You make each minimum payment, each minimum monthly payment on each debt. But whatever extra money that is left or whatever little money that is left after doing all that, you now focus it on paying the debt with the smallest interest rate. you focus it on paying the smallest debt, and then after you do that, you move on to the next smallest debt and you pay that off, and after you do that, you roll it over and you pay off the debt with the next smallest interest rate. And that is how you attack your debt in this method. Now, this method does not make much mathematical sense, in the sense that after paying all your debt, since you are paying the debt to the largest interest rate last, but this method offers a psychological boost or a kind of like motivation to help you to pay off your debt, in the sense that when you pay off the smallest debt, it gives you a kind of like motivation, it gives you a kind of like push that brings about a win, and then you want to go on to the next one, you want to go on to the next one. It does not make much mathematical sense, but it brings about a mental boost to pay off your debt gradually. You start to see results very quickly. Now, the number 3 method is a debt avalanche method. And in this method, same thing you also do first, you write out all your debt, you write them down, write them all out. But then now you now arrange them in order of their interest rate, from the debt to the largest interest rate to the debt to the lowest interest rate. And what you want to do in this method is that you want to be attacking those debts, the debt with the highest interest rate. That's what you want to put your energy into, and then you go down and down and down like that. Now, also put in mind that you are also making sure to pay all your minimum monthly payments. So whatever extra money is left, you put that into eradicating or into paying off the debt with the highest interest rate. Now, this approach makes the most mathematical sense, because by the end of the day, it helps you to save money on the interest over time. It may just be a slower process, a gradual process, and you may not see results immediately, but then you can take any approach that you think is the best or you can work with, right? The goal and the mission we are on is to make sure that we pay off all our debts. So this debt avalanche method, it makes the most mathematical sense. You may not see immediate results because it is very slow, but as long as you are dedicated, you are determined, definitely you start paying off your debt. Number 4 method is to make more money. I know this may sound very easy, which definitely is not easy, but then after you've exhausted all other available ways or methods, and still you're not still making progress on paying off your debt, these debts are still mounting, you definitely have to make more money. Whether you're going to find an extra job, work overtime, get a side hustle, whatever it might be, you have to make more money, right? And the price of doing this, since the goal is to pay off all your debts and become debt free, because there is nothing like having the freedom or happiness of being debt free, right? Maybe you were going to have dinner outside, paying extra money, but then and you discover that if you make home cooked meals, it may cost cheaper. You are going to Starbucks to get coffee before, but now you can also make coffee in your house for cheaper. Whatever method that you can, you try it all. And if you have exhausted all these methods and you are still not making progress on paying off all your debts, then definitely you have to make more money. If you have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so as to help in making the YouTube algorithm to recommend this video to other people. See you guys in the next one.